Yes, thank you so much, and good afternoon or good morning, anywhere you are. I'm so glad that you turned to us again. My name is Imani. I'm talking to you from here, Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, and today I want to discuss with my fellow Africans about revolution. I think that we really need global revolution, especially for Black people, because the stage where we are in is absolutely miserable. A lot of Black people globally, we are experiencing financial instability. We are experiencing being dismissed and looked down globally. We are experiencing the destruction of our culture and traditions that have kept us for many years. We are experiencing the war and fightings between our own people. We are experiencing poverty. We are experiencing sickness and disease. We are experiencing so many things that it has to take revolution in order to end this kind of things. So for that reason, I can obviously say that we must take a step forward to bring a revolution. Now, what is the revolution? A revolution is the tremendous global change that will change the system or the status that Black people will have in the globe today. Because otherwise, I don't think there's any other way we can be able to overcome this. But the revolution also will come because Black people, we are hungry. So when you have a lot of Black people who are hungry, they don't even have food. People cannot have a house to live. People cannot have water to drink. People don't have food. People cannot afford transportation. People cannot send their children to school or go to school themselves. People cannot have money to buy a car. People cannot have money to buy clothes. People cannot have money to buy a phone or any other things. So eventually, those angry people will have to bring a revolution. And I think there is no other way around except that. Why? This is not based on how maybe people in Gambia or Zambia or Ghana or Nigeria or in Congo or Chad may don't like the government. No, it has nothing to do with our African governments. Our African governments are actually tight. They are tied up behind the hands, behind the back, with the credit or the loan that we pay endlessly from those systems that were established. Some of those systems, by the way, were established by ourselves. As I said in my book, if you haven't read the book, by the way, I wrote a book called Radicalized Pan-African. So I have chapters that highlights exactly how did we end up in these positions. And I often repeat in the same book, Radicalized Pan-African, how Marcus Garvey, he foresight, he saw this a way ahead of time, that a race or a leadership that teach you to depend on another race soon or later will enslave you. So obviously, we had a leadership in the past that told us to depend on IMF, World Bank, and United Nations. We have leadership that they told us to depend on foreigners, and the globalization, things like that. And that's how we end up actually in this kind of mess. IMF, World Bank, United Nations, European Union, which was promoted by many African leaders, especially Haile Selassie, maybe Leopold Sedar Senghor of Senegal, Felix Houphouët, and so on. They promote that we should unite Africa in the way that European Union was built. But they did not know that European Union was built under the exploitation, slave, and colonization from Africa. So who do we gonna then build Africa on if we're gonna do like European Union? So that means that they were teaching us to depend on another race instead to depend on ourselves. So for that reason, I think this is how we end up to be in this kind of mess that Africa is in. Black people in general, not actual African only, we are in. We always work hard, but we never get anything because the system is against us. Someone create a playing field and then we jump inside. We don't know what is already been established. So that's how we are a loser in all things. So last time I was talking about how we are losing in terms of technology. Everything just we trying to do is just losing. Why? Because the system was established in order to oppress us, to explore our people, our natural resources, everything we have. So I can obviously say that it is a time that we call on revolution. Now, what is the cost of revolution? One, you must understand that there is different type of revolutions. There is industry revolution, was so-called industry revolution, which was just based on exploiting black people. We were being used like machines or horse without getting paid. When we talk about that, we talk about slavery and colonization as well. But there's another revolutions, like you can say France Revolution, Haitian Revolution, what is that? Russian Revolution, or Lenin, what was that? Lenin, Bolshevik Revolution, however you want to call it. It says there have been so many revolutions around. Now, we need a revolution globally for black people only. The other people, if they have a problems, they take care of themselves. We don't really have to take care of them, okay? So we must engage in that kind of thoughts, because I don't think there is any time that without revolution that we're going to have peace in DRC Congo. I don't think so. I don't think there is any time that we're going to have peace in Somalia. I don't think so. I don't think there is any time that we're going to have a peace in Sudan and South Sudan. I don't think so. I don't think there's any time that we're going to have peace in Libya or in Nigeria. I don't think so. I don't think there is any time outside of revolution that we're going to get the land from the white people in South Africa, who are controlling, by the way, 80% of the land in South Africa is in the hand of white people who are less than 7%, 7, not 77, 7, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7% of South African population. I don't think there's any way you're going to do that. I don't think there's any way you're going to take those natural resources, the diamonds, the minings in any country in Africa, or the gas, from the hands of BP in Nigeria, unless there is revolution. I don't think so. If you have any other way you think we can do that, please let me know. But I don't think there's any other way we're going to liberate ourselves economically, educationally, culturally, and technologically outside of revolution. I don't think so. But if you have any, please let me know in the comments, or you can send me a message. Most of the time I leave my phone number on my YouTube, so you can let me know. But also, if you want to check out my book, Radicalized Pan-African, please let me know. I can get the book to you. The book is exclusively to black people only. If you're not black, you cannot have my book, Radicalized Pan-Africa. That being said, God bless Africa. I love you guys. I wish you a nice week. I will talk to you in next one. Kwaheri, muwe na jioni njema. Bye bye.